Welcome back. We've got a new spot here in Klamath Lake for me to feature for you. It's Rocky Point. Now, Rocky Point is at the very north end of Upper Klamath Lake. Klamath Lake is so big that we have to break it up in lots of little bits and pieces for you to enjoy. So, Rocky Point is a resort, and there's a public use boat ramp, nice boat ramp with a nice little dock, and it's got a fishing pier as well. If you go to the right of the fishing pier, cast to the right, there is a sort of a divot that is a few feet deep that the fish like to hang out in. So go to the end of the pier, turn exactly right, and cast about 30 to 50 feet right in there. And you should be able to catch something right in that area there. So I usually paddle down over to just north of Comfort Point. And you'll find a house with a green roof, beautiful home. It's got a tractor sitting in front of it. There's another house to its right that's 4 stories big with a kind of a convoluted dock. And fish in between these 2 homes, and you'll find lots of fish. Lots of fish. Now, I will tell you that this Klamath Lake is known for big trout. We're talking 24 to 30 inches, right in there. And these are 8 to 10 pound trout. You probably, if you've never fished trout this big, learn from my mistake, which you will see in a few minutes. Loosen your drag. So, play that fish. I was doing a Mad Bite bait trout kit challenge, and I put the black rooster tail on it. Now, the guy that lives in the house that I was in front of, he says that, he was going to tell me not to use rooster tails, but guess what? They work. You can use very large plugs for these fish. I mean, these are big fish. These are not your farm trout. So you're going to see me hook into one. You'll see it briefly in the water. And then my line snapped when it got close to my kayak. I just had my drag tight. And that's not it, by the way. This is just a snag. So you'll see it fight, and you'll see it in the water. Don't tighten your drag, because what I ended up doing is I tightened my drag in order to free up that snag, and I forgot to loosen it again. I know. Rookie mistake. But this channel is called Terrible at Fishing. So, very nice boat ramp. That house right in front of you in this picture, that's the house you want to be to the right of. And this area is just swarming. It's also probably the deepest part of the lake, probably close to it. I mean, it's 18 feet deep. The average depth of Klamath Lake for its 25 by 8 mile size is only 8 feet. So there's a channel here right along Rocky Point, and these homes that run deep, well, relatively speaking, and it will go ahead and create a avenue or a highway for these trout. When the water's clear in a couple of weeks, I can show you, and I will, point the camera down, and you will see hundreds of these massive trout down there. So it is just huge trouts. I'm seeing this might be coming up. I don't know. We'll see. Let's watch this for a moment. Remember, I just got a snag out, and I tightened my drag to try to pop it off. I did not loosen my drag. I'm using 8-pound fluorocarbon covert line. This fish was probably about 8 to 10 pounds right in there. And I don't know what to tell you guys. I was pretty excited to hook into it. He fought like a sucker too, boy. And it was just a beautiful day. I mean, look at the lake. I mean, there was no wind practically. The birds were just chirping. I mean, it was beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Any moment now. Maybe. This is just a rooster tail, a black rooster tail, out of the Mad Bite Trout Tackle Kit. It's going to come up. I was so upset. I actually was doing a Facebook Live at the same time when I was shooting this footage. I'm doubling up on my video footage. So, and everybody on my Facebook that was tuned in or can watch it, they'll see this too. That's the area I caught him in. That sort of convoluted dock is a great spot for those trout. Really good spot. I think I was a little bit closer, so. But Klamath Lake right now has about 6 feet visibility. My new shades worked really well on the water. I should have put them in front of the camera, huh? So you can cut down on that glare. I should have done that so you could see the glasses. I mean, for $16, the Extremis Rainier is on sale right now on Amazon. I do have a review on it, and so check that out. I'll try to put it up on top here. If you notice I'm using the Resolute. Notice as the line comes off the reel, it comes real wobbly through that first eye. That's a microwave guide, and then it straightens. It's an absolute treasure. You get much farther casting, especially with an extremely light lure that I was using. I mean, this is a tiny little lure, 1/16 of an ounce, and I was still getting good casts off of it. You can see that wind, and then it straightens right through that first guide. And if you were to buy a spinning rod, I definitely would almost try to force you into buying a Resolute rod by there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, now I'm fighting it. I did not loosen my drag. Look in the water, look in the water. You can see him, you can see him. There he is. He's shiny, 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 shiny. Pop! And there goes the line. Pop goes the weasel. Oh, was I mad. Oh. Definitely adjust your drag. That was a big fish. And I want you guys, and when you go fishing, adjust your drag in a way that allows the fish to run, but still allows you to set the hook. Know what size of fish that you're actually shooting for. I mean, basically, this is an 8 to 10 pound trout. I should have knocked my drag down to 8 to 10 pounds. It's an 18-pound drag on the Valiant Eagle. I should have pulled it down so I was able to play it and let it run a little bit and not stress my line. That fish was fighting hard. You saw it back and forth in the water. Is my channel appropriately named? I think it is. But, I didn't, it was easy to find this footage because I kept saying, dang it, dang it, dang it. I don't cuss. So dang it is about as brutal as I get in my foul language. And, but I want you guys, if you go down to Rocky Point, paddle down south, and stop at this house in this dock. And the water's about 18 feet. Cast towards that convoluted dock. And if you do that, you'll catch some fish. Now, Rapalas work really, really well. Do not worry about size. To be honest, throw some doozies out there. These things will hit 150s. It is an amazingly, I mean, they're so big. I use a little tiny spinner, but and it worked. Worms work too out here. So anyway, I wanted you to see that. I know it was horrible. It's terrible at fishing, and I did a rookie mistake. After you pull a snagged hook out of the bottom, please loosen your drag. So anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching another episode of Lakes of Southeast Oregon. This one is the Rocky Point in the upper Klamath Lake in the very northern part. By the way, there are fantastic kayak trails at this point too. I mean, that go on for miles. And the marshlands and the kayak trails are wide. They're beautiful. If you go kayaking, this is the spot to hit in Southeast Oregon. I don't know if any other place has kayak trails, and this place has. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Leave your comments about how you would never do what I did down below. Like and subscribe, please, and share this. Tell your friends. Anybody coming into Oregon, email me or just look at these spots that I keep putting up. I will be visiting some more spots. I think I'm going to Campbell Reservoir next, so never know. I might change my mind. Anyway, take care, everybody, and enjoy it. And we'll see you out on the water.